afternoon, everyone. Our Sometime After 4 news is brought to you by Flex Radio Show and Cayman Live TV, Channel 33. I am Aaliyah Nelson. This week, we will see the shooting of the inaugural season of the Home Gas Test Kitchen. The cast includes my very own co-host, Ayana, along with the prefect of the National Youth Culinary Program, Brittany Bodden. The Home Gas Test Kitchen video series is scheduled to be broadcasted on Cayman Live TV next month. There will be 7 episodes that will feature Caymanian cuisine alongside international dishes with a heavy dose of Caymanian culture. Check out #HGTK on Instagram to follow the developments of the video series. The National Youth Commission, in partnership with the Ministry of Community Affairs, Youth and Sports, is selecting the next 12 honorees of the 6th round of the Proud of Them Recognition Award. The selection committee has been deliberating over the 100-plus nominations since last week. We should have the announcement of honorees by this Friday. Summer's here, and there is plenty of activities for the youth to do. From summer camps to VBS, the list is very long this summer. Today, we will hear about the Family Resource Center's Teen Camp. For a complete listing of summer activities, visit www.caymanresident.com and click the tab that says Summer Activities. August starts next week. Parents are being asked to start to pay attention to local media for school announcements and notices. Most schools are set to resume in August this year. YouthFlex has partnered with the Public Library to bring you the word of the week, which is impeccable. IMPECCABLE. It is an adjective that means in accordance with the highest standards of propriety or faultlessness. Now here's Ayana with some youth achievement highlights.
From the Youth Achievement Highlight file, here is this week's notables. Congratulations to all of the young people engaged in Vacation Bible Schools last week and this week. Last week, we saw on Instagram the fun at John Gray Memorial United Church VBS. This week, Emsley Memorial Church and the Church of God Universal are having a blast at VBS. YouthFlex encourages all youth service providers to share their wholesome, empowering events on social media. Props to the Cayman Islands Olympic team. 3-time Olympian hurdler Ronald Forbes, 2-time Olympian sprinter Kamar Hyman, first-time Olympian swimmer Lara and Jeffrey Butler, and teenage sailing sensation Florence Allen. The team left for Rio last week, and we will be watching them on television as they perform on the world's largest stage, the Olympics. Props to the 12 Proud of Them honorees. They are Chantal Hilton, Mariko Scotland, Jessica Ebanks, Ilian Powery, JC Mascarenas, James Gary, Brett Mobley, Aaron Taylor, Cole Morgan, David Lee, Corey McLean, and Ned Miller III. Their billboards will be replaced with another 12 outstanding young people later this week. And finally, on the highlights, allow me to highlight the Cayman Islands Under-17 Boys National Team on an excellent showing at the CFU World Cup qualifiers last week. The local boys finished second in their group and will proceed to the next round of qualifiers. To put items on the highlights, email the Flex at james.miles@gov.ky or leave your comments on our website. Our websites again are youthflex on tumblr.com or facebook.com and search for YouthFlex Radio Show. YouthFlex is partnered with the Public Library to bring you the word of the week, which is impeccable. IMPECCABLE. It is an adjective that means in accordance with the highest standards of propriety or faultless. That concludes our highlights this week. I am Anna.
Welcome to the Flex, and we're in studios with a representatives from Family Resource Center. Thank you. I accidentally got it wrong in the intro, so I apologize for that. Welcome to the Flex. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself, please?
Sure. My name is Charmaine Miller. I am a program facilitator at the Family Resource Center. We do a lot of different programs in the community. We do a lot of parenting programs. We've been recently certified as parent coaches. So we work a lot with families and the youth. And so with that being said, we are doing our 2nd annual Teen Leadership Camp, and that's why I'm here.
Okay, so can you tell us about this Teen Leadership Camp?
Absolutely. The camp will be taking place from the 15th to the 19th of August. The camp is mainly for teenagers. It's a teen leadership camp, and it's all focused on raising socially responsible teenagers, really and truly. So this year we've done it a little bit different. It's our second camp. And so what we're trying to do now is annually, over the year, we run 10 different public awareness campaigns, right? And so these are campaigns that raise awareness about social issues. They're international campaigns. And what we've decided to do with this camp is to include our teenagers in developing these campaigns. So it's not only coming from us as adults or other community-minded individuals, but also from our youth members. We really have faith in our youth and believe that they can definitely provide insight with a lot of these social issues that we target on a annual basis. So issues such as bullying, teen pregnancy, relationship violence, all those kind of issues that we tackle. I feel that I'm sure you guys can be familiarized with it too, that it does impact you to a certain extent.
Definitely.
Right? So getting feedback from our teenagers and having them in the process of developing this campaign, it's going to be really influential.
Okay. So as for the camp, is it going to be teens come in and we sit down and someone's going to be giving us a lecture?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you asked that question. Most of the time, if not all the time, what we try to do is make our camps very interactive.
Okay.
We're not teachers, right? We're facilitators. And what that means is that we facilitate the discussion, right? So it's not, yes, we will introduce, for example, what bullying is, how you feel that bullying impacts you, but you're going to do most of the work, right? And so if we're going to do it in a way that's quite interactive, where you're going to get an opportunity to discuss through little groups and develop your own ideas of what this campaign could look like.
Yeah.
Because last year with one of the issues that when we did target bullying, we went into the schools and we developed a very interactive presentation, but maybe that's not what's reaching the kids. What else can the youth come up with that could really be impactful and can generate more attention? We did the Silent Witness March back in November, and we had some teenagers that were in the camp in the past participate in it. So the idea of Silent Witness March is to basically walk in silence to honor those victims of bullying and domestic violence that tend to suffer in silence, right? And so what the teens came up with is to do a little sort of like a little presentation during the event of what love is, right? So they wrote it down in a silhouette, and so they walked with those silhouettes, and the silhouette said what love is, what love isn't, right? So it's tapping into what healthy relationship is and what it isn't, so that the more aware we become, the more we're able to make changes happen.
Definitely.
Right?
Yeah. Okay. So the camp, where is it going to be? How much will it cost?
Well, everything that we do is free.
Okay, that's
which is great.
Yeah.
So it's absolutely free. It's going to be from 9 to 11. It will be at the Family Resource Center, which is at the Compass Center, where the old Butterfield Bank used to be, right? So we're asking for teenagers between the age of 13 to, I believe it's 19, to give us a call, fill out the application. We've posted it on our Facebook page. Fill out the application and have it submitted by August 5th, right? So if you have any questions, we're able to have enough time to actually process this, and any concerns or any suggestions you might have of how to make this even more interactive, we're more than welcome to receive your feedback. So it's really a great opportunity for you to become more socially aware of what's happening in your community, and have some input into how you can make it better and more influential.
Yeah, because I think it's such a great idea that it's, when adults are talking to you, sometimes you feel like it's just a long lecture.
Right.
But when it's like your peers and it's kids your age, you feel more comfortable to have a conversation with them and say, hey, this is how I feel on this topic.
Right.
And it's good to get it's going to be an area where you can give your opinion and no one can judge you in any way.
Definitely. And the idea of project-based learning is that every single one of us in here are different.
Yeah.
And we're going to see our ideas are going to be totally different.
Definitely.
Right? Some of us are going to be more outspoken and maybe even more pushier with saying, you know, this idea, this is what we should really do, you know, so we're going to have a role in delivering it. Others are going to have a role in collecting all the information and doing the research, you know, and so we all have an important piece in this huge puzzle when it comes to addressing these issues. And it's bringing together all of our strengths and saying, okay, how can we make this the coolest campaign that's really going to stand out, and kids are going to really understand the message behind it.
Definitely.
Right? Because if we talk about bullying, that's such a prevalent issue across, you know, our entire community. It doesn't matter what school you come from, it's happening, right? If it's not cyber, it's physical, emotional. So how can we address this in a way where it's not just coming from us adults, you know, even though we, you know, we definitely have great intentions and we're completely aware, but like you said, it's more powerful coming from teenagers too.
And I think it's very important, especially the bullying, because I feel as though at everyone's point in life, they've been bullied.
Right.
Or some people, even adults, are still being bullied. Right. So I'm so happy that bullying, are there going to be any more topics that will be addressed?
Definitely. We're going to talk about, you know, the biggest campaigns that we have. I mean, Bullying International Stand Up to Bullying Day, teen pregnancy prevention. We're going to ask teens to help us out with developing that more, where it's not just a presentation that we go into the school, but, you know, in the past we did a poster competition. And when we talk about teen pregnancy, we're not about this scare tactic where don't do it, you know, because your life is going to be over and such and such. But it's more about, you know, we truly believe that you guys are capable decision makers, right? And you're capable of making choices, and look at it from that angle of your choices have consequences.
Definitely.
Right? And talk about consent and what that means. These are all important things. Gender equality. We've got International Men's Day too that we celebrate. So it's not just, you know, one gender in specific. We focus on both and the issues facing both of these.
Definitely. I think that's so important. Okay, our word of the week is impeccable. What does FRC do in an impeccable way?
In an impeccable way? I think we try to be as creative as possible.
I can see that.
In the things that we do.
Yeah.
It's not just about delivering the information and saying that it was delivered. It's about doing it in a very creative way so that we know that you've gotten something out of it. So oftentimes what we do, you know, like right now in developing this, how are we going to present it to the teens, you know? Okay, let's research, you know, activities that are really going to blend in well, and they're not going to be bored by it, but they're going to be entertained, and it's going to, you know, make them flow creatively, right? So it's all about, you know, it's not about being perfect. It's about working with the population and doing it in a way in which it stands out to them and it's attractive.
Yeah, because, you know, as teens, you for some reason, you have to try extra hard to, like, motivate us, or, like, even trying to get us to go to it in the first place.
True. And even with that, we were just like, oh, man, you know, teenagers, they don't want to wake up early, you know, so we're like, okay, let's move the camp to 9.
Oh, that's so great.
You know, so we really try to make sure that we're not being pushy either, but we're motivating.
Yeah, and I love that. So we're in the season of hope. What do you, as a member of the FRC, hope for?
You know, I really hope when it comes to this campaign that we're raising teenagers, not raising, but, you know, as parents too, that we're looking at cultivating teenagers that are socially responsible.
Yeah, definitely.
Where we're not just living in this little box of, you know, these are all these things that are important to me, but looking at life at a bigger picture and looking at everything else that matters, you know, aside from the regular things that as teenagers are valuable, absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, but what else is outside there that can make me more community minded and that I can make an impact and be the difference?
Yeah.
So that's something, you know, we always talk about being the difference and making a difference in our community. When we talk about what we do in this field of human services, it's not really for the pay, it's for the passion. Right?
I can see that.
It's about being passionate about what you do and having teenagers, you know, just helping them find their passion, things that they're interested in. That's definitely something that we're hoping to achieve.
And I love that so much, helping teenagers to find their passion. Yeah. Because there's just so many opportunities, and I wish teens would just get out of bed and take those opportunities.
Definitely.
So one more time for the listeners, where is it going to be?
It's going to be at the Compass Center where the old Butterfield Bank used to be.
And
you can give us a call if you're not sure of a direction at 949-0006. Find us on Facebook, Family Resource Center, but center the British way, CENTRE. Yeah, so you can find us there. We're very active on social media. Give us a call, email us at frc@gov.ky, and just let us know if you're interested. We're gonna send you an application form, fill it out, and you're good to go.
that's great. Okay, and what can teens expect from this camp?
They can expect to I want to say to get out of in some way break free from their comfort zone.
Yeah.
That's really what I want to look at. But at the same time, it's not just about getting them out of their comfort zone. It's about understanding that they have an important role to play in all of this.
Definitely.
Despite your personality, despite your temperament, your opinion is valuable, and it's definitely going to be appreciated throughout this process.
Yeah, I'm glad that there's going to be a place where all teens can go to so that we can have our opinion voiced. 'Cause
Definitely.
when you're a teenager, I realize you're at that point where adults still tell you, no, you're too young,
Yeah.
or you're old enough for this. So
Right.
you're in the middle stage, and
That's
it's
so
like
good that you said that.
it's sometimes you find it so hard for your voice to be like taken seriously.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy that there's a camp for that.
Definitely.
So, do you have any final comments or shout outs?
Shout out to FRC. Yeah, we definitely work really hard in what we do. We love what we do, and we're really, really hopeful that we're going to have a lot of teenagers that are going to come out and just really enjoy being part of this process. It's not just a camp that you're going to leave after a week, but you're going to see the fruits of your labor throughout the year if you stick with it, right? So we're running these campaigns throughout the entire year. Your ideas, you're going to, whatever you create based on how committed you are, you're going to see it follow through.
Definitely. Okay, so we're going to continue our conversation with you, but first let us take a music break.